Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. In this video, we will be exposing the occult symbolisms and meaning behind Jamie XX's music video Gosh, directed by Romain Gavras. Now, for all of you who don't know, Jamie XX is a indie artist. He's not the biggest, and this video was released 7 years ago with 27 million views. For those who have seen this video, you might think, wow, it looks good, beautifully shot, very poetic, though a bit of a weird video showing like the dystopian future with a bunch of kids dancing around an albino man. But behind these images, there is a hidden meaning, and we will be exploring them one by one. To start things off, Romain Gavras and Jamie XX are both possibly Freemasons, though I don't have definite proof. But we can see through their network and connections who they hang out with and who they are. As an example here, we see that Romain is currently dating Dua Lipa, and Jamie XX is pretty close to Young Thug. They have collaborated before. And of course, Dua Lipa and Young Thug are bigger names and more visible, and so you might have heard of them. And we can see that they're both part of the Freemasons. We see here Dua Lipa doing the one eye symbolism, and we see Young Thug holding a masonic certificate. The video starts with the main character with his eyes open, sitting on a couch in a futuristic apartment, surrounded by a bunch of people using VR devices. This signals the upcoming agenda for the metaverse, as well as the transhumanist movement, which is in motion but not yet complete. The transhumanist agenda is the plan by the elite to integrate us with technology. In the future, like Ready Player One, we will be living most of our lives inside the virtual world, where the elite will have more control over us. On the next shot, we see our main character overlooking his city from the balcony. And this image is really powerful. If you look closely, you see our main character overlooking the city, while the rest of the citizens, the masses, the sheep, facing the opposite way, looking in. This is an allegory to the elite having control over us, the masses being blind to what is really happening. They are all living in similar styled buildings, symbolizing a totalitarian state, uniformity, colorless, concrete jungle. Here we see a group of youth standing in unison like a youth army. This symbolizes fascism and the indoctrination of the youth by the elite. You can see here we have pictures of Hitler's youth camp, of the Hitler Youth, and we have a picture of Mussolini and his army. Uniformity, oneness, fascism. And this is their goal. Their goal is to run a totalitarian state, indoctrinating the youth to their new agenda. Here we have a close-up of the albino man. Now, the albino man symbolizes the Aryan race, which is connected to Atlantis. Many secret societies and their members write about Atlantis. Now, Atlantis might or might not have existed, but they use the mythology as proof that the Aryan race is the superior race. Manly P. Hall is a 33rd degree Mason, and he writes a lot about Atlantis. He writes that Atlantis is the original civilization. All the Egyptian, Sumerian, all civilizations came from Atlantis. Atlantis was the first civilization, the first ones to create religion, technology, to practice magic. All descendants of the Caucasian race can trace their roots back to Atlantis, and therefore the worship of the Aryan race in this video. Now here we have an interesting image of the god Poseidon. Poseidon is the god of water, the fish god, and it's believed that he was one of the gods that originated from Atlantis. Here we have an image of the elite sitting in front of a church with a red cross. Now this has multiple meanings. First, it can be interpreted as the elite controlling the church and controlling religion in general. The red cross has multiple meanings. The red cross here symbolizes as well the Red Cross Society of China, which is of course the Red Cross Society in general, which is created by Henry Dunant, who is a Freemason. Today, the Red Cross's full name is the International Red Cross and Red Crescent Movement, symbolized by the cross and the moon. The purpose of the Red Cross is to help and relieve humanitarian issues, as well as to integrate the church into the country. The Red Cross also symbolizes and originated from the Knights Templar. The Knights Templar is one of the biggest influences of modern secret society movements, including the Rosicrucians and the Freemasons. And if you ever wondered why artists such as Post Malone and Drake dress up as knights, this is the reason why. It's to pay their respect to the heritage of their secret organization, which has its roots in the Knights Templar. Now here we see the elite albinos with their eyes closed, looking asleep inside a car. Now this has multiple meanings. It could either be interpreted as the elite, the ones that we see, such as celebrities, being just puppets. The celebrities, the politicians that we look up to, are controlled by the elite and therefore have no free will of their own. It could also symbolize manifestation. Manifestation is the belief that through your mind, by exerting your will, you can change the environment around you. This belief stems from the mystery religions and is part of the teachings of the Freemasons and the Rosicrucians. As you can see, they close their eyes, and through manifestation, they're able to control the population from a remote distance. So we have the youth running towards the albino man, and they circle around him, bowing down their head in respect in a form of worship. This symbolizes our current culture, which is obsessed with celebrity and celebrity worship in general. The youth start moving around him counterclockwise, and we see that they're in a form of trance, as again, the albino man uses the power of manifestation to control the minds of the youth. Here you see them doing a form of chant. Now, I'm not an expert in Eastern religions, but from the video I've seen, this is a form of prayer that the monks use. And the difference between Western religions like Christianity and Eastern religions like Buddhism is in the prayer. Christians usually pray asking God for something and thanking Him for other things, while that's not the case for Buddhists. Buddhists pray by chanting. It could be a word like "ow, ow, ow," and they repeat this word over and over in order to free their mind of thought. All right? It's to not have any thoughts in your head. And through that method, they reach closeness to God and reach enlightenment. And this is symbolically them chanting and praying to the albino man, who is a reincarnation of Buddha, probably, in this video. And so through worship of this human, they feel they will reach enlightenment. Here I've attached a picture of the chakras, which the Buddhists believe in, similar to the esoteric symbol of the tree of life, though not exactly the same. It's a belief that there are different levels that you need to activate in order to fully activate the head portion, which is enlightenment. So it's the belief that once you activate all chakras, you will reach a spiritual state closer to enlightenment. And here we have an aerial view of the circle, which is a symbol for the Eye of Providence, also known as the Eye of Horus, the Egyptian god, and also the all-seeing eye, which symbolizes control of the population. And finally, we end the video on the shot of a replica of the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower is an obelisk which is a symbol for phallic worship. The obelisks originated probably from the Sumerian religions, and it's closely tied to the cult of Baal, which is the sun god represented as a bull, because during that time the sun was in the position of Taurus, which is a bull. Baal is known for child sacrifice, and he was a dark god. These obelisks around the world symbolizes that the cult of Baal symbolically continues on today. Thank you for watching, and subscribe for more videos where I reveal the symbols of the occult.